The content of this video is relevant to Dynamics 365 users. If you're a Dynamics CRM user, please refer to the other video, How to Navigate Around Dynamics CRM, as the navigation does differ slightly. So here we are on our Dynamics 365 homepage. On this page you can see all of the Dynamics 365 applications that you have access to. I'm going to open the Sales application, which brings me to my Sales homepage, which is a dashboard. The dashboard that you see on your homepage will depend on the role that you've been assigned in Dynamics 365. You can also see a breadcrumb trail here, showing us where we are in the system, so Sales and Dashboard. If I click on Dynamics 365 here, this brings up a task pane, which is a quick way for me to navigate between the apps I have access to, rather than having to go back to Dynamics 365 homepage each time. If I click on Sales, you'll see that this is our main menu and presents you with the records that you can then choose to interact with. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Accounts. You'll then see that this presents us with a view of the active accounts set up in Dynamics 365. You'll also see the breadcrumb trail at the top of the page has changed to reflect where we are in the system. And if I want to go back to the previous page, I just click on Sales and you see we're moving back to the dashboard page. Moving over to the top right of the screen, you can see here that we have the search icon, and if we click on it we can then search for information within Dynamics 365. We've also got a specific video on how to use the search functionality in Dynamics 365, so make sure to check that video out if you want more information. Next to the search icon we have our recently viewed items icon. This is a really useful feature because it shows me a list of views and records that I have recently interacted with, which means that I can quickly navigate back to those views or records. What's more, I can pin these views and records, so if I know I'm going to be interacting with a certain record or lot, for instance, I can click on the pin here, which means it will always be available to me here to navigate to quickly, sort of like marking favourites for web pages. Moving on, we have this little plus sign here, which allows us to quickly create new activities or records. So if we click on Account, a quick create form drops down for you to fill in some basic information and then create the account. This filter icon is the Advanced Find, where you can create advanced searches to find specific information. Again, we've created a specific how-to video on using the Advanced Find functionality, so if you want more details on this, then please watch that video. The little cog icon is your personal settings for Dynamics 365. Microsoft have developed a comprehensive user guide for each application in Dynamics 365, which you can access here. You can see that the user guide is split into various topics, but you can also search for specific topics if you want to. Finally, this icon here is where you see your details. You have the option to upload an image of yourself if you want to, and also log out of Dynamics 365. The final bit to point out to you is this section here, which is called the command bar, and as the name implies, it allows you to perform certain commands. The command bar will change depending on what view or record you are interacting with in Dynamics 365. So if I quickly go to the account view, you'll see that I'm presented with a lot more options on the command bar. It's also worth pointing out here that the commands you will be able to perform will be based on your role and the permissions that you've been given.